What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Jaime Dee Show. Live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. until 12 p.m. PST, live in Las Vegas, Nevada, and live on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM every Monday through Friday from 1 p.m. until 2 p.m. CST out of the Elgin in the Chicagoland area. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm not sure what's going on today, but today is a happy Taco Tuesday. It's a happy Taco Tuesday. I am loving it, loving it. We had some technical difficulties starting off in the show. Not sure why that's happening, but welcome in, Kara. Welcome in, Robin, and welcome in to everybody else who found the new show. I'm excited. I'm happy. It's an absolute pleasure to have you guys here live on the radio show. As you know, when it's live, you got to roll with the punches. You got to roll with the punches. Oh, it's so funny because today is a day not only we're going to talk about daily news, but we're going to have a conversation on how to become a punctual person. And one of the tips talks about, I don't want to spoil it, but how you can become a punctual person by preparing yourself. And even when you try to prepare yourself, stuff still happens. Insane. But anyway, let's get into it. Let's get into some daily news. All right, as posted by the Neighborhood Talk, a Virginia man was sentenced to 100 years in the slammer for killing his coworker back in 2021. He said the coworker stole his lunch out of the work fridge. According to Fox 5, Bazin Berhe, 25, received a 100-year sentence with 30 years suspended, which means he has to serve 70. Bazin was charged with first-degree murder after beating and stabbing Hernan Lavilla, 58, in the parking lot of a local Target where they both work on April 17th of 2021. The attack stemmed from an incident that happened days before on April 14th. Bazin was pissed that Hernan had taken his lunch out of the fridge that day, so he began plotting his revenge. This man went out and purchased a hammer and 2 knives the next day, and the following day, Friday, April 16th, began training for the murder. When Hernan arrived at work Saturday morning, Berhe was already sitting in his car waiting in the employee parking lot. Berhe attacked Hernan, stabbing and begouging him to death before fleeing. He confessed to the crime and pleaded guilty to first-degree murder in October of 2023. At a sentencing this week, he threatened to kill or hurt other people if he was not given the harshest possible sentence. Commonwealth's attorney Steve Descano said, quote, "In this case, because of the unique and self-proclaimed danger the defendant continues to pose to the community, today's sentence was a necessary outcome for maintaining public safety," end quote. And listen, I know that's right. I know that's right. Put that man in jail. Put him underneath the jail. If that man said he's crazy, believe him. You need to believe people when they say things, okay? Just like how y'all be out here dating these people. Believe them when they tell you what they're telling you. Don't try to change them. Don't try to give them excuse. Believe them. This man said he will hurt more people. Lock him away. And I'm glad they listened to this man because, wow, I understand how pissed you could be when somebody steals from your food from the work fridge, but not pissed to the point where you kill somebody. I'm sorry. Can't condone that. All right, y'all. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have some more daily news. So don't go anywhere. This is the Jaime Dee Show live on KSHP out of Las Vegas and live on WRMN out of the Elgin and the Chicagoland community. I'll be right back. Guys, welcome back to the Jaime Dee Show. Woo! Live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. until 12 p.m. PST out of Las Vegas, Nevada, and live on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM every Monday through Friday from 1 p.m. until 2 p.m. CST out of the Elgin and the Chicagoland area. Y'all, I'm telling you, we're going to work with these commercials. We're going to work with these technical difficulties. We're going to work with making sure y'all get what y'all want to get when you tune in from 11 a.m. until 12 p.m. PST and 1 p.m. until 2 p.m. CST. Listen, these technical difficulties are not going to stop us, okay? It's not. Let's get into some more daily news because, listen, I gotta talk about it. It's Black History Month. So happy Black History Month to everyone who celebrates it and to the allies out there who share in the celebration, love, care, and protection of Black lives, history, and success. There was a video of Jane Fonda going viral a while ago, and I want to say playing this video into this month because I think it's very important to remember that racism was alive back then and it is still alive now. I want us as a people to do better with loving each other, giving each other grace, protecting each other, and really taking the time to get to know each other. The world will be a better place if we all just got along. And I know it's not realistic for us all to get along, but we could try at least. A lot of people aren't even trying. So let's watch this video of when Jane Fonda finally understood what racism was.
I didn't know racism until I went to Greenwich. That was the first time I ever heard the N-word. And I repeated the N-word once, and the only time in his life that my dad's whacked me across the face. He said, "Don't you ever say that word again." Oh my God. My dad grew up in Omaha, Nebraska. His father, my grandfather, who I never knew, had a printing press that looked down over a central plaza, a square in Omaha. And he made my father stand there and watch when a black man was taken out of the sheriff's office and hung, and then dragged behind a truck around the square. And it had a huge impact on my father. He cared about justice, and he hated racism. And, you know, with that slap, he taught me to pay attention.
Listen, I support it. We have to have more people out there who are going to teach their kids important values and important morals. I mean, again, I can say I don't condone violence because I don't. But hey, the father did what the father had to do. And Jane Fonda is such an ally to the Black community. I love her. And if you haven't watched Grace and Frankie on Netflix, you're missing out. That was such a good series. I love Grace and Frankie. She is hilarious. But yes, racism is still alive. It's still an important issue that we have to tackle today. And we're still trying to find solutions to the problem. And for some reason, it just seems like people just continue to keep teaching their kids how to be racist. And it just keeps going on and on and on and on and on. And it's just like, oh my God, it's 2024. Please. And I know there's people listening in on the radio right now who are like, oh my God, here you are race baiting. And why do you have to talk about racism? And racism doesn't exist. And It does. And this is why we have to talk about it. This is true. It's what it is. And if we don't talk about it and tackle the problem head on, we're never going to find a positive and healthy solution for everybody to feel loved, welcomed, protected, and cared about. That's all we want as people, not just Black people, but as people, to be loved, cared for, cherished, protected, and seen. I know I'm not lying. Tell me if you guys agree in the comments down below. I see we got people tuning in on the YouTube right now. I love to see it. Shout out to Kara. Shout out to Robin. Shout out to Cinnamon. Welcome in, y'all. I really appreciate y'all. For those who are listening in right now, if you want to comment live, all you have to do is log into YouTube using your Gmail account, and you're able to comment live with everybody on the live stream. Robin says, my parents tried to teach me to be racist, and in doing so, I learned not to be racist. I didn't want to be hateful like them. Wow, what a very transparent comment. And I appreciate you for being truthful. And see, I told y'all, people try to act like it's not true, but even Robin just said right now, even her parents tried to teach her to be racist, and that taught her not to be racist. It's a thing. And this is why Black History Month is a thing. You should be lucky that you don't need a month. For the people out there saying, well, why do they need a month? Be happy you don't need a month, because every day is your month. Every month is your month. All right, per spiritual word, a Pennsylvania man has been charged with murder after a disturbing video surfaced on YouTube. The video allegedly shows the decapitated head of the man's father, who was tragically found beheaded in their home. This shocking incident has left the community in disbelief. The video, which has been reviewed by authorities, has been taken down from the platform. A man named Justin Mon, age 32, has been arrested by the Middleton Township Police Department. He is facing charges of first-degree murder, abuse of a corpse, and possession of an instrument of crime. This information was obtained from the court docket as reported by People, Bucks County Coroner Times, and NBC News. In a recent development, authorities were called to a residence in the Leviton Town area of Township on a Tuesday evening. The woman who made the distressing discovery reported finding her husband deceased. This information was shared by the Bucks County District Attorney's Office and MTPD. The man was found deceased in the bathroom, according to the statement from the DA's office. In a shocking turn of events, the individual known as Michael Mon has been tragically decapitated, as stated in the criminal complaint. In the bathtub, a machete and a large kitchen knife were discovered. In another part of the house, they discovered rubber gloves that seem to be stained with blood. Detective Kevin Panecki, who has examined both the video and the crime scene, states that the gloves, the decapitated head, and room match exactly what was shown in the video. Wow. Man, when I tell you life is just hard, I don't know what's going on with the world. I'm not understanding why people flip. I'm not understanding why people take politics so serious. They're saying that the guy killed his dad because he felt like his dad was a traitor and a political criminal, like all this other crazy stuff. Like, I'm just like, wow. Could you imagine giving birth to your killer? The world is insane, y'all. The world makes my head spin. Literally spin. You never know who you laying down in bed with. You never know who you're birthing. You never know who you befriend. Like, the world is insane. Jeez. Oh, my condolences to the family involved, because that's a lot. That's a lot. So I reported on this story before, but there's been an update, and I thought you guys like to hear what's going on. There's some tea, y'all. As posted by Hollywood Unlocked, Philadelphia couple Leland Brown Jr. and his partner found themselves without a home and decided to make the most of their situation by turning a self-storage unit into a temporary living space. The video showcasing a comfortable setup complete with furniture and amenities went viral on TikTok, garnering over 11 million views. Brown explained that their intention was to save money while working towards finding a more permanent home. Unfortunately, the couple's online popularity caught the attention of the storage unit's management, leading to their eviction. In a video posted on January 19th, Brown shared the news with his followers, expressing his uncertainty about their next steps. However, a kind-hearted individual stepped in and arranged for the couple to stay in a hotel for a few days, providing them with some much-needed rest, relaxation, and time to get their stuff together. Quote, so we got kicked out of our storage unit. The higher-ups found out about my video and it went so viral, we ended up getting kicked out. Now we're trying to figure out where to go and what we're going to do with all of our stuff, end quote. Brown said in the video he posted on January 19th and a follow-up clip he revealed. I want you guys to take a listen and a look at these videos, and let's talk about how you feel.
I live in a storage unit because it's cheap in comparison to an apartment. Living here is actually really comfortable. I get a lot of things that I need and want to get done here. I can exercise. I can use the bathroom. I can play music anywhere in the unit. It's climate controlled in here, so it's nice and warm. This unit is 24 hours, so I can come here anytime I want, stay here as long as I need to. We can take naps if we need to and go to sleep. So this is our living space. Very, very grateful to have this space. The next goal is to get an RV. The next goal after that, tiny home. And if we want to eat, I just cook right out front. Or we'll just put inside of the unit. Sandwiches, a lot of times we make salad. If we want to get power, we use our power bank. They also have power here so we can charge our power bank. Me and my baby will live here as long as we need to until we get the shelter that we want. Because we're living here, now we can save up more money to get what we really want. We're in it for the long haul. Thank you for the support. Thanks for watching. So we got kicked out of our storage unit. The higher ups found out about my video and went so viral. We ended up getting kicked out. Now we're just trying to figure out where to go and what we're gonna do with all of our stuff. We're gonna have to get a new storage unit. So yeah, we got kicked out. We just don't know what to do right now. We're trying to figure it out. It's a lot. It's a lot of uncertainty. We can't live here anymore. And we can't make videos in here anymore. Now all we have is a tent and it's freezing cold outside. Can't live in a storage unit anymore. Figured I was gonna get kicked out, but I'm willing to take risks. You know, have a crazy come up, a great come up. And it was a risk. I was willing to take it so I can get out of here. Now we got a free hotel. After getting kicked out of the storage unit, now we got a free hotel. It's so cold outside. We don't have to stay outside in the cold.
Not only can we get out of the cold for the weekend, but we can also use this time to figure out what we're gonna do next, where we're gonna put our storage at, and who we can call to help us. We're also gonna be making a lot of money moves while we're here and making some content for you guys, so
Yeah,
stay posted.
I can't help but shake my head, but also be like, okay, I get it. So I've said this before in my live radio show that people trying to stay in their storage unit is not new. It's not a new concept at all. It's been done before. And TikTok creators like to act like they've created something new, that this is such a fresh idea, and that, oh my gosh, check out this life hack. When no, this isn't a life hack. 2, you look like a dummy for exposing yourself. And 3, why are you putting yourself in a position to get evicted? Like, I'm not condoning it, but also 2, shut up. Live in a dang storage unit in quiet, in peace. Shh. Stop trying to put everything on the internet. Oh my God, I keep trying to tell people everything is content, but everything does not need to be content. Stop putting everything on social media. Gosh, I hate when people feel like they need to put everything and anything on the web. Sorry, y'all, that's really how I feel. But then also, on the other hand, it's like, but at least you got something out of it. You may have gotten kicked out, but you now got a free apartment. And not apartment, excuse me, a hotel. And I'm sure there's gonna be more people who are gonna feel bad for you and want to help you out. So hey, closed mouths don't get fed. So it's like a catch-22. Like, stop posting every darn thing, but you also never know when you post something how it can actually affect you in a positive manner. So hey, more power to them. Because when I first saw that video, I was like, you big dummies. You big dummies. But hey, at least they got at least they got somewhere to stay now. At least they're comfortable. At least they're not cold. And I'm sure there's gonna be some people out there gonna help them with their storage unit and getting them a place to stay and all the other great stuff. So hey, I guess I gotta clap it up. Way to use social media to find a way out. Listen, Kendra, I agree. Please stop. Please. I agree. But you see what happened. They done got a hotel. So, I mean, can you really tell them to stop? It is what it is, y'all. Y'all, we're going to take a quick break. Shout out to Kendra. Shout out to Cinnamon. Shout out to Fifi. Shout out to Kara. Shout out to Robin. Shout out to everybody else who's watching and who's also listening in their cars right now. This is the Jaime Dee Show live on KSHP out of Las Vegas and live on WRMN out of the Elgin and the Chicagoland area. We got our technical difficulties fixed, so everything should be good now. Stick around. I'll be right back because when we come back, we're going to have a conversation on how to become a punctual person. Yes, how to become a punctual person. Stay there.
For local information and fun times in the mornings, listen to Marky B and Larry Jones on The First Shift.
Maybe we need to get a radio intern in to help you.
Maybe so.
Somebody that you won't have to pay and you can treat them tough.
I can haze them.
You can't haze. You'll get fired. Remember that guy from Northwestern?
Yeah.
Gone.
Did he really do it?
You don't have to really do it. If somebody says you did,
Yeah.
good enough. Maybe I'm going to accuse you of hazing me. I don't have to prove it.
It's The First Shift, weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m. right here on WRMN. Listen to The First Shift, weekday mornings for fashion tips with Mark and Larry.
You could wear shorts and knee pads.
Well, I think that's odd. But I guess
And long socks.
Yeah,
like they
looked
did in the
like- so-
70s in the NBA.
Remember that? They all did. They had those socks pulled way up.
Yeah.
They had those shorts now that if you wear them, people call the police on you because they would think you're some kind of a pervert. Isn't that weird?
I know. It's weird that we thought that was cool back in the day.
Yeah.
It's The First Shift, weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. right here on WRMN.
For great quality tasting Italian food and pizza, make your destination the Italian Pizza Kitchen on Irving Park in Roselle. The freshest Italian ingredients are used at Italian Pizza Kitchen, where the plentiful pasta dishes are created from old home recipes. Try the piping hot pizza or other favorites like the fall off the bone ribs. Italian Pizza Kitchen has a passion for outstanding food and service. From their family to yours, Bon Appetito. Call 630-582-1900.
McGrath Nissan in Elgin is located on Route 19, East Chicago Street, Irving Park Road. Bottom line, Elgin. And McGrath Nissan offers exceptional customer care from sales to service, as well as a highly rated body shop and on-site rental service. McGrath Nissan is your local one-stop shop for the best deals and the best service. So let them show you why generations of customers keep coming back. Don't leave town to buy your car. Make it McGrath Nissan at 945 East Chicago Street in Elgin.
Everybody, welcome back to the Jaime Dee Show. Woo! Live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. until 12 p.m. PST out of Las Vegas, Nevada, and live on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM every Monday through Friday from 1 p.m. until 2 p.m. CST out of the Elgin and the Chicago land area. We're also live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook at The Jaime Dee Show. That's spelled TheJaimedShow. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and also share this link to your friends, family, and loved ones. Also, special shout out to Kara and Robin for actually posting my show link in a Facebook group chat to give me some more exposure. Thank you so much. I definitely didn't even have to ask them to do that, and they just did it on their own. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I truly appreciate the support, because any small thing like that is a huge impact, not only to me, Jaime Dee, but to the Jaime Dee Show and brand. So thank you, thank you, thank you so much for caring enough to help support me and help support the show. It really means the absolute world to me. And shout out to Cinnamon saying we love to be here. I see you, Kendra. I see Cinnamon. What's up, y'all? What's up? All right, let's get into this conversation about how to become a punctual person. If you're just now tuning in, I already went over some daily news. So this is now our social topic of the day. Now, what does punctuality actually mean? Again, what does punctuality actually mean? Well, according to Wikipedia, quote, punctuality is the characteristic of completing a required task or fulfilling an obligation before or at a previously designated time. Punctual is often used synonymously with being on time. An opposite characteristic is tardiness, which is most of you people out there in America. Tardy. Each culture tends to have its own understanding about what is considered an acceptable degree of punctuality. Typically, a small amount of lateness is acceptable. This is commonly about 5 to 10 minutes in most Western cultures, but this is context dependent. For example, it might not be the case for doctor's appointments. Some cultures have an unspoken understanding that actual deadlines are different than stated deadlines. For example, in African time, where some types of casual or social events, arrival time is implied. Some cultures have an unspoken understanding that actual deadlines are different from stating deadlines. So again, it's implied, but not actually followed. For example, it may be understood in a particular culture that people will turn up later than advertised. In this case, since everyone understands that a 9 p.m. party will actually start at around 10 p.m., no one is inconvenienced when everyone arrives at 10 p.m. In cultures that value punctuality, being late is seen as disrespectful of others' times and may be considered insulting. In such cases, punctuality may be enforced by social penalties, for example, by excluding low-status latecomers from meetings entirely, end quote. Now, punctuality is such an important skill to master, but it can be very hard and challenging to do so. Let's call a spade a spade. I want you guys to comment on the YouTube right now, comment on the Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook. Let me know, is being punctual hard and challenging for you? Let me know if you actually are in-person person, in-time person, late person, at-home person, but you're still late. Tell me in the chat, because I used to be such an punctual person. Back in the day, I prided myself on showing up early to things and not having to rush out of my house because I actually planned things correctly. I grew up understanding that to be early is to be on time, to be exactly on time is to be late, and to be late means you shouldn't even come. I always felt like it was rude, inconsiderate, and disrespectful to be late to things. But as I got older, I realized the art of punctuality was becoming a lost art. Now, tell me if y'all agree. I feel like the art of being punctual is gone. I really do. And if y'all agree or disagree, let me know by calling in 847-931-1410. Again, that's 847-931-1410 if you want to get your voice heard on the radio, or comment live on the YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook. Because Kara says, I be trying to be on time. Robin says, I'd rather be an hour early than 1 minute late. And Fifi out of Australia says she always late. Love it. Y'all telling the truth, and I appreciate that. I appreciate it. I used to get so irritated showing up to work. Yes, I said work, parties, and even events early, and the manager was running late. No one was at the party, and the events weren't even set up late. Do you know how ghetto it is to show up to work before your manager, and then when you're late, your manager tries to reprehend you? Like, sir, ma'am, how are you going to be mad at me, and you're not even leading by example? Don't get me started about parties and events that aren't even started / set up yet. I don't know about y'all, but I was showing up to parties and events at the times they said that they would be starting and ended up being a part of the setup crew. Bruh. Like, why am I helping with decorations, chairs, the food, and so on? I came here ready to enjoy my time and party, not work. So once I realized that seemingly in America, time and punctuality wasn't so respected, I started being late to stuff on purpose, my dang self. If I knew I'd be at work at a certain time and my boss and coworkers weren't always on time, I started not caring about being a few minutes late. If a party started at 10 o'clock, I knew the rule of thumb was that no one would start getting there until about 12:30. So that's when I would be there. And when I would even throw my own parties, I put a time on a flyer earlier than I was actually starting that party, knowing that people would come 1 to 2 hours later anyway. So that was my way to try to trick people to actually be on time to my events, because you're not about to have me out here preparing this awesome event. And I'm known for hosting awesome parties and awesome house parties at that, providing a lot of great things for people. And you're about to have me over here slaving to get this event ready for y'all, and y'all don't even show up on time. Please. But because I started adapting to other people, being late became a part of who I was. And I'm going to be honest, I hold myself accountable so I don't have to. I had the biggest problem with being on time for things I even cared about. And then I'd be so embarrassed when I hung out with someone who was actually punctual, because they'd already be where we said we'd meet. And I would just be walking out of my house. Now, that's rude, I know, and I'm going to tell the truth. That's really who I became. I'm not proud of it. It made me feel like such a disrespectful jerk, y'all. Because even though I became a person who was often late, I still understood that no one wants to be waiting around for you. I know when I have to wait for somebody, I start getting pissed and ready to go home. So I can only imagine how the next person felt. On top of that, no one wants to meet with someone who has an attitude. And we all know we have somebody, we start getting the attitude. And nobody wants to meet that, even if you're the reason that person has an attitude in the first place. My biggest issue is that I truly lost the ability of being able to manage my time because I became so used to being late. For example, I would know I had to be somewhere at 12, right? I would Google it, how far away the place is, and I would see that the place was only 20 minutes away. And I wouldn't even attempt to get ready until about 11 a.m. But instead of actually getting ready at 11 a.m., knowing that I had to be there by 12 p.m., I continued scrolling on my phone or trying to finish whatever it is I was doing at that time. Maybe that was laundry. Maybe that was a work task. Maybe that was me posting on social media. And since the location is 20 minutes away, I felt like I really had until 11:15, 11:20 to start getting ready, knowing darn well I would lose track of time. Now it's 11:35. I haven't even showered yet. And I ain't gonna lie, it do take me an hour to get ready. But now I'm late, rushed, stressed, sweaty, and mad at myself. And feeling rushed, stressed, and sweaty is such an annoying feeling, especially when you actually want to be going where you're going. You know what I'm saying? Like, I actually want to be there in time. I actually want to enjoy the fullness of wherever it is I'm going. So the combination of me not wanting to be rushed / sweaty, late, and a disappointment to others is what really has pushed me to start remastering the art of being punctual. I never wanted to be the person known for being late or the person who was talked about because they were always late. I just wanted to conform to the society I was living in, but that wasn't working for me. It wasn't. I don't know about y'all, but trying to be like, okay, cool. If they're going to be late, I'm going to be late. It's hard. It's hard. Now, y'all in these comments going off. Hey, shout out to 5Fab. We out of Dallas, Texas. Love to see it. But Kara says, yes, I try to go and be on time. Fifi says, look, at this point, I'll just go and help eat the food. Please, please. Not you have to go help eat the food. Ooh, Fab 5 for Life podcast says, if we late, it's usually not my fault. It's my wife. LOL. For real, for real. Now, I'm going to just say this one more time because she may be watching. And I was going to do the shout out later, but I guess I'll do it now. Fab 5 for Life podcast says, if we late, it's usually not my fault. It's my wife. LOL. And then in quotes, parentheses, for real. Shout out to Tracy Holloway, my best friend, my confidant, my manager. Shout out to Tracy Holloway. It's actually her 33rd birthday today. Wink, wink. And she's enjoying her time all the way in LA. Shout out to her. But her husband, Fab 5 for Life podcast, is not lying. Not lying. Me and Tracy. Oh, I'd be like, Tracy, would to be somewhere at 4. And I would actually be ready. Because these are celebrity events. These are big events with Usher, big events with Oprah, big events with, you name it. We've been there. And if it starts at 4, I'll be ready at 3. And Tracy's not even out of the bed yet. Ooh. Fab 5 for Life podcast, aka AT Holloway. You're not lying. You're not lying. I agree. Get your wife. You're right. Your wife can't ever be on time. I'm sorry, Tracy. I know it's your birthday, but I gotta call you out. Tracy, you one of the reasons I be late. But yes, we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna have more conversations on how to become a punctual person. So don't go nowhere. There's a point to all this madness. There are tips and tricks later on in the show. So stick around for those. Gonna help y'all become more punctual people. All right. This is the Jaime Dee Show live on KSHP out of Las Vegas. The Jaime Dee Show live on WRMN out of the Elgin in the Chicagoland area. I'll be right back.
It's easier than you think for pests to threaten your family's health. Ticks, which spread dangerous diseases, hide in tall grasses and even on your pets. Rodents easily invade your home, contaminate food, and can carry more than 35 diseases. Mosquitoes, which breed in standing water, transmit many diseases. Get the facts you need to protect your family at pestworld.org. It's that easy. A public service message from the National Pest Management Association.
This is Marky B of The First Shift, and when I feel like getting serious in the mornings, I call on Jeff Ward of thefirstword.net because he has the solutions to all of our local and national issues.
Every time I talk about this immigration issue, people accuse me, oh, you just want to let them all in. No, we need to take care of our own. You know, of course, if we cut our defense budget by 10%, we could take care of everybody, migrants and our own. And we'd still be spending more money than the next 9 to 10 countries combined.
It's The First Shift, weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m., right here on WRMN. LaFleur Taco Grill at 910 Dundee Avenue at the corner of Slade has great fast casual Mexican food for the whole family. There's a huge selection of salads, quesadillas, a Taco Tuesday special, burritos, gorditas, and the Thursday Flautas dinner deal. LaFleur Taco Grill also has American favorites and breakfast. There's a kids menu too. Planning an event? LaFleur has catering with both Mexican and American foods. Call 847-214-1306 or LaFleur Taco Grill on Facebook.
A dream that's been cooking for years, Maria's Little Italy in Sycamore is waiting for you to come and enjoy authentic recipes handed down for generations. Stop in and enjoy bruschetta, handmade focaccia bread, pizza, pasta, sandwiches, and more. Dine in, take out, delivery, or catering is all available. Go to mariaslittleitaly.com and see what you've been missing. From their family to yours, welcome to Maria's Little Italy, where food brings families together.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Jaime Dee Show. Woo! Live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. until 12 p.m. PST out of Las Vegas, Nevada, and live on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM every Monday through Friday from 1 p.m. until 2 p.m. CST out of the Elgin in the Chicagoland area. We're also live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook at The Jaime Dee Show. That's spelled TheJaimeDeeshow. If you want to promote your products, services, business, music, podcasts, and more on the radio show, hit us up at info@jamiedee.com. That's info@JAIMEDEE.com. Y'all, I can absolutely guarantee you will receive the exposure and clientele you need. Look, check out and go ask all my other clients and sponsors. We got Nursey Cosmetics and Aesthetics Wellness Spa. We got the Drip Bar. Hit them up and ask them how the Jaime Dee Show actually helped them not only rebrand their business, but expand their business. Okay? I got it out here. We does it. All right, but I left off on the last segment saying that, I never want to become the person who was known for being late. And I've been working on that. I really have. The journey has been rough, if I'm being honest, but I would get into my early/on-time bag, but then realize people would keep being late and I'd get lazy. And then I'd unfortunately fall back into being late Larry. Yep, late Larry. Even though I'll be trying to get better at it, other people ruin it for me. So it's been a very annoying, repetitive cycle that's become hard to break. I would say now, though, I'm saying forget everybody else. I can only be responsible for myself. So I'm back in a space where I'm trying to fix not being late Larry. It's just been hard, especially now that I live in Chicago, but I live in the suburbs of Chicago. So everything is an hour away from me. I'm often not calculating my arrival time correctly, factoring in the immense traffic, and also having to warm up my car first because it's cold AF here in Chicago. All that stuff definitely has had me rushed, late, sweaty, and upset. But I'm going to get it together, y'all. I really am. Because this is just me getting used to the new space I'm in. That's all it is. I have faith in myself. And lately, I actually have been doing good. I'm going to give me my 10s. Give me my 10s, y'all, because I actually have been doing good. I just have to stay motivated, committed, and inspired to be on time. I know there are a lot of amazing benefits of being punctual, and I feel them every time I'm on time. So I've been trying to tell myself, keep doing it, Jimmy, keep doing it. And I want to share them with you because this video by Personal Development on YouTube will explain the top 5 benefits I feel every time I'm early or on time to something. Take a look.
5 benefits of being punctual. Punctuality is a virtue that we learn to incorporate in our lives from our earliest days. It is probably in school that most of us have had the first taste of what punctuality means. We had to reach school at a particular time every day, and every teacher would teach us for a particular amount of time each day and then make way for another teacher to enter. We also learned the importance of time when we had to face those examinations. Students learn how to count days in the most real sense when they start facing their first examinations. These feelings are only reinforced in later life. Of all the virtues that we ever learn, punctuality is developed right at the start of our lives and stays on until the very end. Quite evidently, this is one of the most important virtues that we are supposed to have. Here, we speak of how being punctual can be important to us in various areas of our lives. When we are punctual, we get an early start in whatever we are intending to do. Being early is being better prepared, and there is also the fact that we have more time on our hands. We make sure that we do not miss out on anything when we are punctual, and that definitely enhances the productiveness of whatever it is that we are intending to do. Punctuality is a much appreciated virtue by others. If you have to meet other people, and you ensure that you are on time, then it is something that everyone really appreciates. No one likes to wait. Put yourself in the shoes of the person who has to wait for someone and you will understand. People who are punctual get more opportunities in life. Consider an example. Suppose that you have to go to a meeting and you are late. In that case, you will just have to go to the meeting and walk off. That doesn't give you a lot of opportunity to meet people. But, if you were punctual, you could have probably got the chance to speak with people, and who know what opportunities could have emerged from all those discussions? People trust you more as well. Your bosses will rely upon you more than others if you are always punctual. By being punctual, you develop an immense opinion of your own self-worth. You will be more contented with yourself. Most importantly, you will be able to put faith in yourself. This helps in improving your own self-esteem. These are the ways in which punctuality can help you.
Think about it. If you get all these benefits, your life could certainly make an important turn for the better.
Y'all, what do you think? Let me know in the chat. I'm literally right here commenting with y'all. Shout out to Tracy Holloway. She is live in the chat. Happy birthday. Happy 33rd birthday to Tracy Holloway, aka Tracy the Way Up CEO Holloway. Yes, not only is it her 33rd birthday today, but she celebrated 3 years of the Way Up Creative LLC. Yes, you better. Proud of you, Tracy. Proud of you. But we also are going in on you because we're talking about the art of being punctual and you coming into the show all late. Look, I understand that being punctual is easier said than done, like most things in life. That's why I come prepared to help you with all the tips and tricks on how to become punctual again. All right. I don't want you guys to miss out on stuff, and I definitely don't want you all to miss out on all the benefits that are amazing when you are actually punctual. So let's watch and listen to a video by Frank Buck on YouTube, who illustrates by using other. Let's take a step back, child. Let's watch and listen to a video by Frank Buck on YouTube, who illustrates how to be punctual by using people's stories and their excuses, and how we can stop being a person who gives an excuse for being late and actually preparing ourselves to be on time. Here's what Frank had to say.
Why are you late? That's what we're talking about today. Hi, this is Frank Buck, and this is the place to be if you want to get organized and make it look easy. Buford's story. A frustrated Buford explained to the student sitting beside him why he was late to school again. Well, I woke up late, and so I couldn't find any clean socks. So I had to borrow a pair from my brother, and I had to get lunch money, but Mom didn't have any. So I had to call Dad, who was left for work, and Dad had to turn around and come back home to give me lunch money. And I couldn't find my homework. And by the time I found my homework and found where I put all my books and then everything and put it all in my book bag, well, I missed the bus. It's pretty much the same story he gave the teacher yesterday when she asked, Buford, why are you late? Again. Penelope's story. Penelope was sitting nearby and heard Buford as he talked about his troubles. She just shook her head. Penelope knew how easy it was to make the mornings go smoothly. She had learned the magic of getting everything ready the night before. Before going to bed, Penelope finished all of her homework. She had a couple of papers for her parents to sign, so Penelope got her parents to sign those just after dinner. She put them in a designated spot in her 3-ring binder. She put her completed homework in the binder as well. Before bed, she put her binder and her laptop in the book bag. She knew she needed lunch money, so she asked for her parents for it, and she put it in her coin purse. Penelope also decided what she was going to wear the following morning and placed the items together. The next morning, getting ready for school was easy. Getting to the bus stop on time was a breeze. The day was off to a good start, as usual. So, friends, what's your story? Whether the setting is an elementary school, the corporate office, or somewhere in between, you and I know the ones who we can count on to be late consistently. Ask, why are you late? And there's always a story, always an excuse, and it's always never their fault. They got stopped by a train, the train that comes along about the same time every day. Traffic was heavy, and it's heavy every day at that time. They couldn't find fill in the blank because they've never established places to put those kinds of things. How good do you feel when you're among the first to arrive at school when you're 8, or among the first to arrive at the meeting when you're 38? You feel relaxed, you feel more confident, you think clearer, you're ready for new opportunities. And luck just seems to have this way of finding you. how good you can feel when people are not looking at you and asking, why are you late? It's been said that luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Is there a Buford in your life who needs to be hearing this message? Why not share it with him or her? And if you like today's content, be sure to get on the email list so that you never miss a thing. Come over to frankbuck.org and click the link on the homepage. Thanks for stopping by today. This has been Frank Buck, helping you get organized and make it look easy.
Shout out to Dr. Frank Buck. Telling y'all to be prepared. Telling y'all to get y'all stuff together the night before. Now, if that wasn't clear, he said if you want to be on time, you need to prepare for the next day, the day before. And I know that may be hard for a lot of y'all, but listen, that is a very, very good trick to getting to things on time. So you're not scrambling the day of trying to get everything ready. Now, if you still think it's easier said than done because of kids, work schedule, or being sleepy because the day drains you, here's another video by Ways to Grow on YouTube with 10 tips on how to avoid being late for school or work. All right, let's play this video so y'all can get this lesson, okay?
Do you have a habit of being late, whether it's for school or work, meeting up with a friend, or to an important appointment? Running late can be stressful and make you fall behind on your plans. Being late is a product of valuing other things more than valuing being on time. Being punctual shows that you have integrity, you value and respect the time of others, you value yourself, and that you are a responsible person who cares about following through on your commitments. So if you want to know how to avoid being late, then here are 10 tips to be on time. Number 1 is to figure out how long things really take, especially if you're usually over-optimistic in your estimation and end up being late. Exactly how long does it take you to get ready in the morning? If you don't have a solid answer for this basic question, maybe it's a good idea to start timing yourself. Once you figure out how long things take, it's much easier to plan accordingly. Find out the exact time it takes to commute to the location. 2. If it's a new place you've never been to before, be clear on how to reach it. People are often late because they have a hard time finding the place and assume they will find the spot immediately once they reach it. It's also a good idea to overestimate your commute time by adding 15 minutes extra just in case. Number 3 is to sync all your devices to the same time. Every clock at home, your computer, and your phone should all be set to the same time. This minimizes the risk of getting confused about the correct time. Number 4 is to prepare everything beforehand. This prevents last-minute delays, so be sure to pack your bags, pick an outfit, and prepare your food the day before. Number 5 is to wake up immediately. Have oversleeping ever caused you to be late? Oversleeping usually results from not having enough sleep, so be sure to go to sleep earlier the night before and wake up immediately when your alarm rings. Number 6 is to plan enough time for the task you're doing before. Usually, lateness is a result of the domino effect, where the previous activity overran. So be realistic in the way you plan your time. Number 7 is to set an alarm to inform you when you need to leave. Sometimes when you're in the middle of something, it's possible to lose track of time. Once the alarm rings, leave immediately without delay. Don't continue with your task when it's time to leave. If it cannot be finished on time, start wrapping it up and instead make plans to continue later on. Just remember to be clear on where you're ending off so you can pick it right back up at a different time. Number 8 is to keep your keys and travel items in the same place. Put them in the same spot every day when you return home. In this way, you will always know where to find them in the morning, and you avoid being late from not being able to find your keys. Number 9 is to travel in non-peak hours where it's possible. This is a way to prevent yourself from being delayed by traffic jams or crowds. If it's not possible to avoid peak hours, add enough extra commute time. And number 10, which is the most effective tip, is to be early. Strive to be early instead of trying to arrive on the dot, because there are so many unpredictable things that are out of your control that can stop you from arriving at the exact time. By focusing
Listen to what she had to say. Steps 1 through 10, y'all. 1 through 10. If you guys want to go check that out, please, please, please check it out, okay? Ways to grow on YouTube with 10 tips on how to avoid being late for school or work. Y'all, this has been the Jaime Dee Show. I hope that I actually taught you guys something today about being punctual. Let's all work on being better. Actually, I have to be punctual right now by getting off the radio. So I love you guys so much. This is the Jaime Dee Show on KSHP out of Las Vegas and the Jaime Dee Show on WRMN out of the Elgin and the Chicagoland area. Hit us up if you want to promote your stuff, okay? info@JamieD.com. I love y'all. See you tomorrow. Bye.